Hey, I don't mind saying this. Um, you're not gonna believe what just happened a couple of minutes ago. I don't mind posting this, but they do have websites. They have YouTube videos that tell you about using gun and using these air pistols in self-defense. Well, guess what? I just did. I don't mind admitting it. Let me tell you what just happened to me a while ago. A black and white pit bull looking dog just rushed at me. Not only that, but these guns, I was wondering if they were that good, but I know this is not my first time experience. It's more like, all right, before this, I never had none of these. I never had none of these. I got a couple more. I got at least 5 more in that bag over there, and this is just one of them. This makes 6. It could have been the Springfield Army. It could have been the Daisy Power Line. It could have been the brand new one I just bought, the full auto Crossman blowback, the Beretta. It could have been one of those, but the thing is, it turned out to be this one because I carried this one in my coat. I had it in my coat over there, and while I was talking to somebody on the phone about a job, right? I'm walking back. I had to drive my mom's car to the house because my stepfather has to go to the hospital. So on my way back just a couple of minutes ago, the same dog that came, oh yeah, I didn't remember to tell you this. That's the same black and white dog that came out and it tried to attack me, approached me, and at that time, I had my buck knife with me. I had my knife with me, my 3-inch buck knife, and I hold it up in front of my face. This was like January of 22. And then I walked backwards, forward, turned around. He didn't stop messing with me, but he gave up. So I got lucky, but this time it got worse. I'm walking by, minding my business this time, and I have my Night Stalker inside my pocket. Like one of these pockets on the other side though. And this thing just about saved my life, man, just now. And guess what? This is how I did it. I had my coat in my, I had my, I knew it was gonna happen to me again because it didn't happen to me within 12 months. But then I'm walking by in the daytime at a different hour, and all of a sudden it happened. So you know what? I popped the safety while I was there talking to a lady on the phone. I did like this. I popped the safety into firing position, and I still had it. I didn't see the dog yet, but then I heard a bark, and then all of a sudden, I stopped and looked around, and then I pulled the gun out like this. I say, get that fucking dog away from me now. Get that dog." That lady just said something to the dog, and then she ran away. And that's when the dog came straight at me. I'm here trying to move. I said, no, it's not gonna work because I've seen this before. That dog started growling worse and worse, and then I just ducked the gun like this, and I went pop, 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 pop. 4 times quick rapid fire. I rapid fired this gun just about right. I think it probably hit him in the chest, in the legs, and I seen him licking his tongue, and he started barking at me again, and that's when he gave up. He kind of barked at me once or twice, but he stayed away. I believe that the effects of them BBs are probably taking its toll on him. I hope he dies anyway because nobody should. That dog didn't even have a leash to begin with. He didn't even have a collar. He didn't have a leash or a collar. I said, get that effing dog away from me now. And that dog wouldn't let off. So now you could see his teeth in his mouth growling, you could see him snarling. And that's when I ducked the gun. It's like I squat down and lower the gun close to the floor because the dog's kind of short. So I'm trying to let those shots catch him, catch underneath his chest, and it hit him. I think one of them hit him in the chest. Then he started jumping around in a circle like he was trying to hopscotch. So I guess it hit him pretty good. This is what, 420 feet per second? It should do the job, but I guess I'm assuming this dog was probably 15 feet away. He was a little bit closer than that. He was probably 13 feet away. But just because an animal gets hit doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna do something to it. It's not gonna kill it. But this dog was kind of stocky and short, but it did look like a pit bull. I'm not so sure exactly what it is, but you know what goes on in America. I've been hearing that kids, 5-year-old kids, babies, people, I mean everything in sight been ripped to pieces and attacked by pit bulls. And they've been saying, not only that, they had this one cop, this off-duty cop that was at his house. He had some chickens in his backyard. The dog rushed out. I think it was a Labrador or something. The dog rushed out from his yard and attacked the chickens in the cop's yard. This is a uniformed cop that's wearing shorts and some kind of shirt, some kind of plaid shirt, and he's wearing sandals and slippers. So his wife came out and said, "Shoot him! Hurry up and shoot him!" Because one of the chickens already died. The chickens got killed by the Labrador. So now the cop came out and he shot the dog with a regular gun. He did not use an air pistol like this one. He shot the dog with a regular gun, like, I don't know, 6 times. He hit him 6 times or so. The dog didn't die yet. They showed an x-ray of the dog when he had they showed the bullet fragments in the back of his skull, like in the back of the neck towards the skull. And then you see a picture of the lady with the dog's blood stain on her face, because she's there trying to hug him up and say goodbye to him and all that. And then you can see some blood stain in his fur. And that's when the dog died. That was a police officer that shot a neighbor's dog for coming into the cop's backyard, and about 2 of his chickens died, the other one survived. So in my case, I just did it. This part of Georgia ain't nice. It's full of shit. It's very full of shit. Savannah, I wouldn't even try it. I just got it. I just proved this thing my worth. I just proved my worthiness right here. This thing's worthiness, excuse me, and I'm proud of it. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on the website. I'm gonna call it, how to use a CO2 air pistol in self-defense. I just did it. This ain't the only time, folks. I got another one coming up. Let's go all the way back to 2015 somewhere, when I first started buying these guns. At that time, I had the 1911 non-blowback BB by Crossman, the 40,001 model, and I also had the 40,005 model, the tactical. Well, I used the 40,001 model, and the same dog that rushed at me, I came back up. I was holding the steering wheel on my minivan, and then I raised the gun up sideways like this, and then I went pop, and then it hit him in the side of his shoulder. It knocked him off his front legs. He was scratching like this. He didn't make no noise yet, A steel BB that's so small as the pupil in your eye can knock a small, I think it was a Spinster. It looks something like a Dachshund, but it's not a Dachshund. It's a little bit bigger and stockier. I knocked him about 25 feet away, and it knocked him off his front legs first when I hit him in the shoulder. I saw the BB hit him in the shoulder, and it took him like 4 seconds to start screaming, and that's when I took off and run. So it's like, that ain't just dogs that's coming out. I done used it on certain types of people that came up to me and tried to mess with me, and it even held them off. Oh yeah, the dude that tried to steal my minivan one time when I was sleeping in the back seat. I was homeless outside. Yeah, somebody dived in the front seat of my car while I was in the back seat sleeping, and I raised up and put 2 rounds into the back of his shoulder, and he took off and ran. Of course it didn't kill him. It's not supposed to do that. Except if I had aimed for the head, I would have done something. I did try to call the police, but it was too late. He took off and left. So all I can say is that the Night Stalker saved my life today. I'm not saying I was gonna die. It did its job. And this gun is like a month old. No, it's almost a month old, because I actually bought this one, the Daisy Powerline 5501, the Daisy Powerline 415, which goes 500 feet per second. And I also bought the Springfield Armory XDE that goes 380 feet per second. Plus, I also bought, it was all of them, just them. Just those 4 guns that I bought in one shot. I think I bought them separate, but yes, I did get all of them in one package. It was 4 guns. And then the next one I picked up, I actually got another Springfield Armory. Y'all probably saw that video already. So that's 2 of them. 4, 5, 6. And the 6th one I bought, the last one I just bought, was a full auto PFM9B Crossman. It's real big, heavy, and I haven't used that one yet. But since this gun is almost a month old, I've been shooting it about 300 times so far. I've been plinking and target practicing, and not to mention, I got some evidence up in here. I don't mind shooting this video. I don't mind getting excited because I just got attacked just now. See, my hands kind of, they might not be shaking, but they feel kind of, stinging from the excitement. Well, the Night Stalker didn't do these, but the Springfield Armory did it. At 30 feet away, blowbacks are not supposed to be that strong continuously, but the 1911, I could shoot this jug about, I'm guessing, I usually count at least 70 to 80 feet, but I could be wrong. It's probably 50 feet I was shooting, because back in 2015, I used to plink in the parking lot all the time down at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And almost, I'm just going to guess maybe 9 BBs or punch holes into it, and you'll see it's in there. But those at the bottom right there, all of them came from the Springfield Armory at 30 feet. This one, it couldn't punch holes into it once since I used the entire magazine at 30 feet, 33 feet. But the Springfield Armory is like 40 feet weaker, according to how they say it on the package. That one punched a lot of holes, but the reason why I didn't use that gun, because it's messing up and it's malfunctioning. It's a good thing I stuck to a reliable gun, because that dog would have gave me rabies just about right now. And that dog did not look nice at all. It looked pretty much like a pit bull. It did have some muscle tone on its shoulders, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to take no chance ignoring that. So I'm gonna put this one on the video for the first time. I already did a couple of other ones, but they weren't self-defense videos. They were like performance videos about these guns. But this time, I'm putting this one on. I just used it. Nah, it's like, this is not my first time using a BB gun as self-defense. I've done it like 6 more times or so. Next time I think of using this, it's gonna be too good. If that dog actually came up, I'd have to swing up and pick him up off the floor and pull it back out real quick, and he's gonna be making a lot of noise. This will be much worse than that. That's because I'm walking through a neighborhood that's in the south. And not to mention, I even heard that some lady was walking through the woods and she got torn apart by a couple of dogs. This ain't gonna stop. So there you have it. Don't forget this. If this is gonna offend you, well, I can't do nothing about that. I'm just gonna do what I have to do. But remember that cop that I was talking about, the off-duty police officer, his chickens got slaughtered, and he chased the dog down and shot him about maybe 4 to 5 or 6 times, and that dog died. So y'all might want to pay attention putting your dog on a leash. But guess what? This dog was not on a leash at all. Not on a leash. So I'm just telling you, it's better off you just carry one of these. At least you're not carrying a real firearm. Maybe at least you won't pass some rounds right through the dog and hit somebody's baby inside the house. But that dog was at a pretty fair distance away from the house, but he was ready to bite me anyways. So I just shoved the safety button forward like this, and I said, get that dog away from me. And that's when I just hurry up and rack the slide because I know I don't carry the gun, like this because I'm scared of shooting myself if I carry it in my pocket. So after I racked the slide, and he looked like he was starting to come after me, I just loaded up. I just lowered the gun real close to the floor and I just fired some shots. And he kind of hopscotch and he spin around. I don't know if it's like, not all the time an animal is going to feel something. Depends on where you hit him. If them shots actually hit him in the face, he would be screaming already. But anyway, I kept him away from me. At least, well, I was hoping maybe the dog should die and teach that neighbor a lesson. They should put a leash on him. But in broad daylight, that's not supposed to happen. So, lucky for that dog, I'm thinking he's still alive. He might even die slow. I don't know. He might have to go to the hospital. But anyways, I did what I have to do. And I saved myself from getting from a dog attack. I saved myself from getting rabies or whatever. Because I don't know nothing about that dog. Anyways, so much for this. If I got anything else to say, I'll probably say it. All I gotta say is I feel good about myself. And I really hate this neighborhood. So, folks, hope y'all learn a lesson from that. See you later.